Is this proof that the biblical stories that talks about how the Assyrians had sieged Jerusalem is true? That this God sent out his angels when Jerusalem was under siege and they killed 180,000 of the Assyrian army, which caused them to retreat back to Nineveh. This article claims that they found the long lost Assyrian military camp devastated by the angel of the Lord, finally found, scientists claim. Until you actually read the article and you come to realize that the freelance author of this article does not quote any scientist who says that these encampments were destroyed by the God Yahweh. So on the site, what they found was this inscription stone. And this inscription stone describes a muduar, which, and I'm saying that's so wrong, but it describes a muduar, which is to mean encirclement, a building or a structure that is built in a circle. But the author of this tries to push it to say that it is an encampment. But it is an Assyrian encampment, not a Roman encampment, because Roman encampments would have been rectangular. But the Assyrians did use circular encampments. But according to Sennacherib's writing at Nineveh, Sennacherib claimed that they encircled Jerusalem, creating a blockade so that goods can go neither in or out. Not a siege, which is different than a blockade. You see, when a siege equipment is laid upon, it is built where there's active warfare continuously going on, or in time periods of that city structure. That's not what happened. That's not according to Sennacherib. That's not according to the writings and inscription in Nineveh. Now, right here, some people are going to say, well, I'm going to trust the Bible over what Sennacherib wrote. Here's the difference. The writings to which the Bible is accounting for were not written but for a few hundred years after the supposed events happened. The writings based on Sennacherib were written during the lifetime of Sennacherib. Now, in the claim, Hezekiah claims that the Lord smited 180,000 of Sennacherib's troops, whereas Sennacherib makes the statement that Hezekiah bribed him to leave Jerusalem alone after he had already sacked most of the other northern Israelite cities. Hezekiah realized that he was not going to win against the Assyrians. The Assyrians had conquered from the Sinai Peninsula all the way up to Syria, Lebanon, into modern day Iraq. He could not withstand such a large force, so his best bet was to bribe him. But then afterwards, the story gets changed to say that the Lord smited the Assyrian army. But there's actually zero archaeological proof or inscriptions beyond the Bible that says that those troops were smitten. Is that the right word? Smited? If you was smited or smitten. Now, smitten is like, ooh, hey, girl, how you doing? Smited. So, smited. There's no records of that. And Sennacherib claims that he was paid off. And based on the wealth of the Neo-Assyrian Empire during Sennacherib's time, it is most likely that he was paid off, since most vassal states, in order to maintain certain levels of independence, would pay off a city-state like Nineveh that was ran by Sennacherib. But if you read this article in Live Science, you should read it for yourself. Read the entire thing and look at the verbiage there. Possibly, maybe. But as far as the proof that this is the as far as this being proof that the Bible is correct, as far as the workings of this God, no. Does the Bible accurately say that Jerusalem was encountered the Assyrians? The Assyrians conquered the northern Israelites, except for Jerusalem, and then after that, is that verifiable? Did that actually happen? Yes. Did an angel of the Lord come down and kill those people. No. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.